in the Master Great Britain, I'll give you the name of the players. So number 2, Aister Aiki. Number 3, Richard Adams. Number 4, Lee Bird. Number 5, Jos Greenhalgh. Number 6, Carl Speed. Number 7, Phil Thompson. Number 8, Tomek Swinglinski. Sorry for the name and pronunciation. Number 9, Jeffrey McCarthy. Number 10, Andrew Stillwell. And number 11, Aidan Pitchford. Number 12, Kaivis Waters. Number 13, Vincent Piron. In the Colombians who are in black, so we have Javier Ignacio Zapata Zerna. Number 2, Luis Guillermo Vanegas Munoz. Number 3, Edison Julian Garcia Ramirez. Number 4, Mauricio Quincenzo Hernandez. Number 6, Juan Alexander Inestrosa Martinez. Number 7, Juan Paulo Echeverri Ramirez. Number 8, Jorge Orlando Ariza Ruiz. Number 9, Juan Felipe Castrillo Carillon. And number 10, Henry Ramirez Valero. And number 11, Juan Antonio Mesa Mendieta. Number 13, Fausto Alonso Bendoya Graven. And now I got Lewis, who just joined me for the comment. Hi Lewis, how are you doing?
Hola Vincent.
So here we go, starting the first half. Pressure from the GB on the midfield for the moment. Yeah, keep on the channel. Good work from Jos, number 5. And yeah, big pressure immediately from Ali on the center, taken immediately by Richard, number 3.
Nice cut inside there by Richard on the 45. Nobody around for him though as Columbia regain possession and head toward the natural wall side away from the substitute area. It's been a while since I've commented on court 1. I forgot it was a natural wall, even though I've been refereeing that pool all day.
Indeed, I saw you refereeing the 2 last game. It looks quite intense.
That might be an understatement for any French or Australians still tuned into this channel. With Columbia now starting to break as we go left and try and follow the breakaway.
Yes, for the moment, GB a little bit late on the defense. They make a good push, and first call for stick infringement from Robbie Kilpatrick, number 2 of the ref, against GB.
And we're underway once again as the buzzer sounds. Rather faint buzzer for this pool, not quite as recognisable at times when you're swimming at speed as the court 2. There's Columbia now, nice big flick to the outside, but the referees have seen something and we're going to find out what that is. I would imagine this is going to go in the way of Great Britain.
Yeah, indeed, it is an obstruction given again by Robbie against Columbia this time, so they're going to give a little bit of breath of GB, who are still in the 1/3.
So I refereed for this Colombian Masters team earlier today, and they had a very great driving force, not going big distances at one time. They were playing against the New Zealand men, and they just really tightened it together group, so it's finding a way to turn the corner and break to the outside. But GB to start with will have to get them set, get them going through their phases, and then try and get that break. Richard, you could see try and do it when he came off on that 45 in the offensive 3rd, but Columbia just having the better possession at the moment, despite Great Britain now trying to break down that left natural wall.
Yeah, nice dummy indeed. Tried to pass, but he has been catched by one of the. Yeah, indeed, stick infringement against one of Colombian. He got the first warning, and now it's a good opportunity for GB, which is the 3rd of the Columbia. Let's see if the training on the free pucks gonna pay.
Driven in straight on the 45, cut back out to the left side, so trying to get to the back wall and find a way down, or trying to suck in those Colombians, as I said. It's switched now off the wall on a 90-degree lateral.
But Colombians are well present and push the puck back on the wall. Good defense from Colombia. Tried to dummy again, and made a 45 by Phil Thompson. It was really tough there, really dangerous. Yeah, Colombia's save well and go along the wall, but there's another call.
Referee's just deciding whose call it is. Might be an advantage play. Chief referee indicating it's another advantage puck to Great Britain. So don't be surprised if they hit this on another 45-degree angle. Depending on who's playing in the centre will normally, I think, depend on what they do with it as their anticipation, the way they read the game. Looks like it's Lee Beard once again. This time 90-degree lateral into the centre to try and drive down the middle. But that Colombian swarm just pushing him back to the outside.
Exactly, and now for the moment they are battling, and Colombians push back the the puck along the wall, but good catch from GB. And there they'll try to push and make it 2 against 3, but no, Colombians still save the puck, and now they'll flick away and swim away. And another call given by Robbie, another stick infringement for Colombia. A lot of stick infringement for the moment, and on the number 13, Fausto Alonso.
Yes, just watching that, I thought he might have been blocking as one of the Colombian players just dropped down, put his weight on the shoulders of one of the GB boys as they were trying to get through, but obviously something else seen by the referees there. Straight line drive into the melee, trying to spit it out. Made it to inside the 3-meter area, but Colombia gaining possession.
Oh, just another stick infringement here, clearly, but no call from
looks like on the surface we've got an advantage being played by that's Michael de Villiers, the South African referee, who's played an advantage, deeming it to be over since they've regained a tactical position in the centre of the pool, but now losing possession as Colombia flick to the wall. And
the call is given by Robbie, who using on the left free, almost kicked the number 8 Tommy GBR, so quite passionate on his move.
Yeah, lucky it wasn't Jeffro. He might have had something coming back at him. Not to make too much fun of Jeffro after he had that rather heated moment in one of the games 2 days ago, but promising now from GB. They're maining their territory, camped out in the Colombian defensive third. Colombia maintaining them to that far side of the pool, really not letting them play the game they want to play. Chief referee is just referee.
They're looking for the number 2, and 1 minute for the number 2 of Colombia for stick infringement, apparently. No, sorry, for gloving. 1 minute. Number 2 is Luis Guillermo Vanegas Munoz. I hope I pronounced that quite well.
To answer your question, Matthew Dawson, it's Vincent Perron, because otherwise he couldn't be commentating next to me. And we've got Kai Waters of Dunstable. They have a two gentlemen that are sat out.
2 guys from Dunstable I dropped today. Sorry for all Dunstable people watching us.
I'm sure they're supporting the team, not just you two. Don't glorify yourself, Vincent.
Oh, I'm not.
So as play, Colombians just managing to push their way out of their own defensive third, breaking out to halfway. As we look right now, and a chance for Andrew Stillwell.
They try to control the puck, but they struggle, but he succeed to give to the support. Unfortunately, not the Colombians go and put the puck in the corner, waiting for support, and now battling to take it out. They are good flicking out, and that's good. Yeah, number 5 is taken back, and oh, that's brilliant!
Yes, absolutely fantastic there. Richard recognizing it brilliantly and making sure that he went in at the right time, and that momentum is what helped him beat the oncoming stick tackle, and a very nicely timed flick. Missed with the initial flick, followed up really nicely and got there. The Colombians were starting to build a little bit, getting out there, but well maintained. Andrew Stillwell had that chance, puck came through to him, just had to slow down, unable to control it on his first touch, creating a little bit of separation between the puck and the stick, allowing the Colombians to come in and clear it away.
Yeah, well, we could clearly see it. It will come one day or another, but the Colombians were permanently under pressure. Let's see if the GB guys and we're gonna keep this pressure all along.
Moving out to the left wall side of the pool if you're GB attacking now, but Colombia with possession, just taking their time, although we have another foul being signalled here by the referee at the back. It looks like John Kulser.
No, actually it's the number 26 ref, who's the...
Yeah, that's Michael de Villiers.
Yeah, exactly. You call for a using of the free arm. And wide opening. Oh, nice one from Richard to Aiden. Aiden tried to keep the pucks in the stick, and he succeeded to pass, and they're 3 against 2, and they're pushing to the goal. Unfortunately, they'll lose the puck, but thankfully Aiden is still there, still turning, wait for the support. Unfortunately, nobody behind.
Colombia with a chance to move out, but it's 2-on-2. Great Britain with a great anticipation of that move that was coming as they just lost sight of the puck, resetting beautifully on the surface there and timing it really nicely to make sure the Colombians didn't even get out of their own half.
And Alki, keep going,
yeah,
Hayden.
Keep going, Hayden. Go.
Just looking for support. Yeah, that's it on the left.
Yeah, you don't stop till the buzzer.
Turning, give to the center. That's it.
Trying to just move the puck around. The Colombians. This is very disciplined defense by the Colombians at the moment. Just making sure they don't give away the advantages because they're recognising that Great Britain quite deadly from those situations, having dealt with 2 or 3 already in the first half of the first half we have here. Andrew Stillwell just trying to battle away with one of them, losing out. He's got a 2-on-1 opportunity. He passes it away. It's a 1-on-1 opportunity. Plays it out wide to his teammate. Phil Thompson will have this guy for speed. And this is one of my friends who I met in the Philippines for a competition earlier this year at the Miller Invitational. Number 10, Henry Manierez.
Oh, nice keep it from Jeffro. Steal the puck. And use his own speed, waiting for the support passing, but giving to one of the Colombians.
Yeah, read it like a book there.
Oh, nice pushing from Carl, the captain.
Captain Carl.
You really love that nickname you give him, by the way.
Well, you know, it's just alliteration, even though it's a K. And it sounds good, so I'm not going to complain. So I'm disappointed I've not seen anyone hashtag it yet.
Not yet, but we'll do that as soon as possible on Instagram.
Hopefully I'll get a nice feature like I did for Budgie last night and be able to caption it in that way.
And that's a free puck for Colombia, who had the chance to pass the midline, but the good catch from Andrew. We immediately pass to Tommy, but Tommy loses the puck. Ooh, watch out, the obstruction for
don't know if it's going to be obstruction or if it's going to be a stick foul against Colombia.
Actually has been given to number 7 for Juan Paul. I'll give it against GB personally, but well, from the angle that was probably different. Like what? We can't have the VAR yet in the Honda Ottawa Oki.
Just realised that this even though it's on your screens now, you searched as Navis John. I'm just staring at my paperwork in front of me here, and it turns out this should be Le Maple Taps.
Is it?
Yeah. Look.
Okay, yeah, indeed.
So don't quite know why that's not been picked up so far yet. Matt Nunn being the first person to hashtag Captain Carl, thank you. And using the K as well, good job Matt. Got another stoppage here. Great Britain just slowly pushing their way back towards as we have a stick foul committed by the Colombians. Signalled there by Michael de Villiers. And this all not quite 5-2. It's about 7 meters out from the Colombian goal.
That's a lot of sticking frame for the moment against Colombia, so maybe a team warning will happen soon.
Referees briefed at this competition, less team warnings and referees being assessed and preferred to, you know, maybe give warnings early and go through the criteria of those stick infringements. So it might be that these referees are saying it's loads of different people, but there is the intent to play the puck there, and it wouldn't surprise me if the individual warnings come out. They're tallying it up on the desk to make sure they know it's like, hey, this guy's done it this many times. How many accidents can you have before you have to start making an action?
Okay,
as we cut to the serves, I think we've got a timeout here. It's Colombia taking the first timeout of this game.
So for the moment, possession and pressure has been done by Great Britain, but doesn't really reflect the score. It's just still 1-0 for Great Britain. So just missing few opportunities in front of the goal, a little bit of control. So probably the guys need to calm down, just play that game, and everything will be all right.
To answer your question, Matt, it's Robbie from Australia, John Coulser from the US of A, and Michael de Villiers, who I've said numerous times, from South Africa. So open your ears. Question I have been wanting to ask you since I've come and sat down. For most of the GB players at home that have been past and present, did Budgie get a fine for being so lazy and not deciding to swim at goal? In his one-on-one.
Yeah, but probably you will have. I trust the fine master, who's Hallie, who's gonna write his name in his little book notes. So don't worry, we will catch every possible fine for later. Yeah,
shame the audio quality is so bad because you just miss me and whoever it was that was joining me in the commentary box begging for him. Was it you? Yeah, it was you yesterday, wasn't it, as we watched Budgie? Yeah, it was you.
Yeah, it was me as well. Sorry for the background noise, but the commentator of the other field are quite loud about the goal they're scoring. Yeah,
there might just have been a goal there. I think it's Colombia playing in the women's division. Not sure if that's Colombian Masters or Colombian Elite. I'll just have a look at my chart up to the top of me here. Court 2.
Anyway, let's go back onto our home field. So for the moment, GB Masters push the Colombians in their own corner. And that's another bin against the number 13, Fausto Alonso, the second time that the players go in bin. And it's another good opportunity for the GB Masters to add another goal.
Yeah, 6-on-5 opportunity. Great Britain, across all counts, has been trying to make the most of these opportunities and really converting in the last few days, making sure that when they have that one-man advantage, getting used to it and getting used to it quickly, rather than allowing the player to get back into the water, whether that's relieving defensive pressure or having the opportunity to go down in front of the goal tray and score.
So the guys need to be patient, just play their hockey, play like they're supposed to do. And yeah, that's it, waiting for the support pass. That's it, keep swimming, not looking. And go in the corner, turning. And a big push, but for the moment the Colombians are doing well in terms of defense, and that's another opportunity, been a better flick. I
think this is a clear tactic by GB to stay away from the Colombian subs bin, knowing that the Colombians will stay down for a long time, but they don't want to do it too many times. They can't recover that quickly. So their initial time when they go down, they'll stay down for a long, long time. The support will be there. As now one of them tries to break, he's just going to wait for one of his teammates, but nobody down supporting him.
No,
so
indeed,
the fact that GB have got it away from that bin, it's really showing the effects. And Great Britain just then allowed to just
nice flick from Aiden, who passed one.
Yeah, just slowing down though, got back on the end of his flick and just slowing down, looking for the option, not wanting to go it alone and backing himself in that situation. John Coulson looking for number 11.
The black 11, apparently.
Oh, is it black 11, or is he looking for white 11?
I'm not sure. He looks more the blacks, so.
Yeah, he looks like. Yeah, he's just vocalised there. 11 black. So, thought it might have been for Hayden if he deemed his flick. It was a bit of a chip and chase. So that, with the timeout, that puts us into 1 minute remaining in the half. Great Britain will be pretty happy that they've continued to keep this one goal lead, but I think with this 1 minute time penalty, they'll be hoping to get a little bit of a momentum boost just going into the second half, because Colombians really happy just to defend here, maybe hoping that they can get a breakout, or just eventually when they have their opportunity to play their game, that they're going to come and just make the distance and tie it up. Yeah. This is similar to what we saw earlier with the Spanish against the Great Britain elite men.
Yeah, well, it sounds like the Colombians indeed are just put in defense and do nothing else, and Great Britain just try to find a way, but they are struggled and maybe a little bit frustrated to not find it so easily and missing some opportunities. But patience, guys, it will come. We'll just need to swim, stretch them, use our fins, and that will come on by himself.
Yes, please ignore the graphic you're seeing on the screen. We have 21 seconds to go. We're just time's ticking down. The score's still correct for Great Britain. It is 1-0, as we see Phil Thompson, who's quite used to getting out, just moonwalk back to the correct sin bin chair.
I guess he'll have to practicing a little bit better, far away from the King of Pop.
Yes, far away, but Phil Thompson very accustomed to that seat, as that brings us to that brings us to half-time. So anything you see here will look, but it's half-time, so whatever happens, it's not going to count. Colombians just watching on as Great Britain waste a little bit of time in their half-time break. So yeah, and did you know there's a technical term for that in Manchester? If you go out into the sin bin, which Budgie and Phil Thompson do quite often, then it's called an enforced rest. It means you're working too hard on the bottom and you just need to sit down, have a few breaths, get back in and play the game. I'm
sure that's the specific rule to Manchester's club.
Yes, but mainly just to those two players. I mean, you speak to Fiona Kirkby, and I'm pretty sure that she's going to tell you that she's never had to have an enforced break.
Oh, no, obviously not.
Not heard anything from her on this chat yet as I look back.
Yeah, the chat looks quite quiet, but actually it's already nearly 11. Oh, no, sorry, nearly 10.
Yeah, 9, 10 o'clock-ish. I think it might be back home.
In UK.
referees here just discussing what they've seen on the bottom and the type of game, saying you're calling fouls, but you're not chucking as many people out. And personally, as a referee and a fan of the sport, I do like to see it when, you know, the teams are playing 6-on-6. Penalties have to be called, and when it's necessary, the escalation players must go out to allow the game to continue and make sure frustrations don't boil over. But it's if you have a game. Thanks, B. But never. It's nice to see when you have a good game of hockey where they're moving it around. There's not too many stoppages. If there are stoppages, then they're taking it. You take it out, and the game is decided by the best team in the water. When you've got 6 players on 6 players,
yeah,
and it's really great to see it go that way, as opposed to having people that win the game because they've conceded penalties and penalty goals. All necessary, and it comes to the right outcome. But we do like to see 6-on-6 hockey and preferably clean hockey games.
Yeah. To just answer to the comment on the chat, yeah, well, I guess we're gonna make a golden chair specifically for Phil Thompson. I guess he deserves it. For many years of spitting in the sin bin.
So daughter here, Abigail Thompson, saying back to his second home. We've got Mags laughing. Richard P saying that he likes to have a rest every now and then. Let's see what else. Damien, who would sponsor the chair? Would it be My Zone? Because that would be a bit contradictory because he's not earning many MEPs sat in that chair. So you'd have to think of someone more suitable. Angela Adams, he's done well so far, first sending out Phil this tournament. Nice statistic there, Angela. Thank you very much. We'll use that on Le Maple Taps later on. And we're underway once again here. Here's the second half coming up. Again, just ignore really the graphic at the top of your screen. Yeah. We'll think about removing that for later use, as we have the first stoppage of the second half.
And it's full start against Colombia. Yeah, I was surprised that the Colombians went so fast against Jeffro.
Can we just get rid of it? Oh.
Thank you. Here we go again.
So there you go, just to get rid of the graphic technicians just helping us out there. That's why there's a break in the commentary. Just it's I think it might be confusing me as well a little bit. But gloving down the wall. Interesting to see if it'll get called because nobody was putting him under pressure. He didn't really advance it very far. Yep, there we go. That's being called.
Yeah, probably the gloving on both sides should give in an equal puck, probably. But yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Good cut from Robbie.
To answer your question, Juan, the goal came fairly close in about 5 minutes into the first half.
Yeah, indeed, from an
advantage puck. So,
yeah, Monster stay on the bottom, but now the Colombians try to make the switch, but they go back immediately along and using a little bit the left arm to push the GB Masters away. But Tommy's give the pressure zone, stay on the bottom, and support by Phil Thompson. Phil Thompson who's just flicking immediately to Budgie. Sorry, I was a bit confused. And for the moment, yeah, there's the Colombians try to keep the puck in the corner, but for the moment the second player should keep it away. It's really close from Bodging, but let's see what the refs say.
Just thinking, Damien, with the with this in mind about Phil Thompson sponsoring chairs, maybe we sponsor the sin bins for Sheffield 2019 with the Lee Beard bench, the Phil Thompson bench, or something like that. I'd like your input.
That could be
on that one. Think of some other players that have commonly been sent out there that we see. So Colombia had the early territory, breaking out slowly from their half in this second half. Only 3 minutes gone, but Great Britain just starting to get back on top of things and getting into their game. Colombians not getting frustrated, just
a nice play from Phil Thompson.
Unable to, yeah, broke the line there, just not nobody down. Unfortunately, they had all gone up, and now there's some time for the Colombians to swim, but we've got a foul.
Call from John Cusack, who give a stick infringement against the Colombians. They push the Colombians back in their 7 meters.
Still not a lot of chucking outs. We've had that one player, number 13, is it number 11, number 13? We've had him out a couple of times. In GB have capitalised on one of those opportunities. But we're doing alright. Beatrix Dixon and Vicky Adams saying definitely Tom Pitchoff needs a bench. And Matt saying Sam Marlowe should have one. She's out every now and again.
Was she this morning?
Yes, she was. She got a 2-minute penalty this morning, did Sam.
Oh, not Sam.
I know that I commonly send her out when she's playing for West London. I hope Sebastian's not listening, because otherwise he'll probably make some comment against me.
Yeah, sure he will.
Matthew Dawson, Eric. No, Eric doesn't do anything wrong, ever. Eric's barely in the water. Eric just sends me in when he's subbing, or he lets Nick do the play.
So for the moment, still 1-0 for Great Britain, but it sounds like Colombians try to give a little bit more pushing on the second half. Yeah, GB Master doesn't look to control the games like they were supposed to do. So, and they are not clear about to have a goal score against them at the moment. Big push from Colombia. We will make the tunnel.
Yeah, this is where they want to be. They want to be in the center of the pool. Players behind players driving towards the goal. Robbie with a signal here, and it's legal advancement of the puck by the Colombians. That was unlucky there. That was a really nice drive being put together by the Colombians.
For the moment, they are. It sounds like the GB Masters are not really sure about what they're doing. Keep looking struggle. Yeah, giving to the Monsters. Have to just to swim.
Just while this game goes through its constant penalties. Just a thought, Damien, we're not going to have any space for actual benches because most of the penalised players will get sent out onto the bulkheads at Ponds Forge. So
for the
maybe
third time,
maybe if there's one court, yes, we can have benches. Otherwise, it's for section. It would be the Manchester underwater hockey section or something along those lines.
So for the third time, the number 13 Fausto Alonso sent to the bin, but this time it's for 2 minutes. So let's see if the GB Master will gonna capitalize. And yeah, that's a call against Phil Thompson, probably for stick infringement as well. He should probably go to the bin.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
It was not stick infringement, it was for obstruction. But yeah, I was right. Phil Thompson go this time 2 minutes. Well, looks like the same players on both sides. Nothing surprising so far?
No, not really. Not really. He was quite clean last competition as well, Phil Thompson.
Until now, yes, he was. He has not been the one who has been in bin, but yeah, that's the puck we need, and the big push from
Here he goes, Al.
He goes on his own and keep pushing and keep swimming, and is on his way. And that's it. That's a goal from GB Master.
That's what this game was needing. This game needed something to really change the shape of this game going into the last half of the second half. Well, and that swim just providing the fact that it's 2 goals now. If Colombia want anything from the game, they've got to come out, they've got to attack, and more space will become available.
Exactly, that's gonna that was the trigger we need to change the physiognomy of the game. Good swim from Aster IQ, just show the example of what to do. Just take the puck, drive in, and go straight to the goal, nothing else.
Thing is, though, actually thinking about it, the way this group's shaping up and how tight it is, one of the things that the Colombians might be doing is the Colombians might be thinking, hey, you know what, we've been keeping them out for a long time now. Maybe at 2-0 down, maybe we're not in this game. Don't change our game plan, let's defend. Think about the long term. We don't want to concede too many goals against this team. You think about New Zealand conceded 7 to the GB men. Can't remember some of your other big scores. I think that's it, because you lost to the Canadians and you lost to the French, I believe. I think those are all the games that we've had so far. And so yeah, that might be one of the things that we're thinking, a bigger picture. But Colombia now with a good drive, so they are coming to choose that and attacking the game a little bit more. But we're stopping here for a foul, looking at Robbie Kirkpatrick.
And 2 minutes, the number 1,
Javier Ignacio Zapata Serena. Can't believe we both pronounced that exactly the same. Yeah. That was quite good. So numero 1 going there. for Colombia.
So now Colombia is at 5 and GB's come back to 6 player. Phil Thompson is back in the water. Oh, nice flick, and now looking for the forward, looking for support. And that's a good swim from Jeffro McCarthy, and gonna score the 3rd goal for the GB Masters.
No, it's
no
not.
Goal.
And he's saying that Jos used his free arm there.
And this time is the Jos.
Oh, and he's saying that was a bit deliberate, and I think Jos is going to take a break here.
Yeah, indeed. This time is Jos Greenhout to go on the bin.
Oh, Phil Thompson's not there anymore.
He can't have only the VIP of the sin bin.
I know, but sometimes it's nice. You have a buddy there, you can chat. Maybe watch the game. Colombia now just trying to break out. But as we saw there, the space is opening up. Colombia having to commit to tackles. They're trying to stop Great Britain further down the pool.
Oh,
oh, that was a lovely 1-2 there. Absolutely fantastic move there. Well practiced by the Colombians.
But good defense from Richard Adams, who go in the corner.
Oh, sorry.
Another call.
Me going to the wrong call.
No, sorry. It was the call for the other field. And now...
Nice bit of dummying.
Yeah, good.
Drags it back so he doesn't barge. And when he's tackled, and
brilliant game from
nice 90-degree lateral. Needs to spit it out into the centre. There's the support. Last guy going in, and it's stopped there. Oh, interesting to see what stopped it as they swim off.
Nice
deemed to be legal.
From COL. COL is just giving to Jeffroy. Now you just have to swim straight to the goal. Damn it!
Yeah, okay. Looks like there's going to be another fine there. That was worse than Budgie's. There was absolutely nobody down. He wasn't even attempting to come down. Great defensive stop there by Captain Carl. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I have to put this up as fail of the day or something by Jeffro, since he just bragging it up. Or maybe the Canadian underwater hockey boys will turn that into a meme. Who knows? But Colombia now having a chance to attack one-on-one.
And for the moment, there's just make the zigzag in the middle of the field. And Andrews was waiting, but now it's
nice under the body switch. Andrew could not cut that out at all. He wasn't expecting it.
And Captain Carl is back on track and go on the right side, flicking for Andrew. Andrew looking to reset on the wall. That's the best things to do for the moment. And another call.
Back into the middle. No, other pool. So, yeah, not another call there. As Colombia just took it into the middle, but the numbers just disappearing. So the intensity being raised by the Colombians in this Masters division just being met, not quite the same fitness as they have in the Elite division. This is another call in our pool. And it's going to be going Great Britain's way. It's a stick infringement against the Colombian team.
Too bad, because we could leave the advantage on that one. I'll probably give in to the GB, but anyway, the white timeout. So yeah, the GB's Masters coach Pete asking for a timeout. I guess that's necessary.
So yeah, it's a team timeout for Great Britain here. Pete Hodge calling his timeout. There he goes. Manchester player number 2. It's Lee Beard in the bin.
Manchester is well represented on the bin today. A little bit of Wickham as well.
Well, has he just been ushered in? Is he after number 9?
No, number 9 is Jeffro.
I know, but sometimes, you know, 4 fingers on the 9 hand. If he's not seen the 5, mistaken identity, you never know.
I don't know. I didn't see what he done.
Well, it doesn't look like Budgie's got back in. So, yep, Lee Beard on the Manchester sin bin. So it seems like Great Britain have the advantage puck, although something during that advantage play that was given to Great Britain has been something the referees didn't like, so Lee Beard being sent to the bin. Only a 1-minute time penalty, so probably something along the lines of barging.
Oh, nice move from Jeffro.
Tomac just put it into the back. Phil Thompson now dealing with the puck, trying to go down that wall, not doing anything silly, just staying underneath the subs bench, so tiring out those players as Andrew Stillwell enters the play. Colombia now just going to play it off the wall, not such a big flick into the middle.
Just push it back along the wall, guys. Do not try to open, not now.
Oh, that was a nice
really
flick.
Close, but
what did that hit?
Defense.
Was that his own teammate or was that a GB player? I didn't see the GB player till they moved a little bit more.
And they are trying to make a switch again. But unfortunately, that goes straight to GB Master. And another call.
There's no hatred towards Manchester. It's just a common observation. And on the Le Maple Tap sheet that I've got in front of me, it mentions a word called banter. And Fiona Maynard has been trying to have conversations with me and introduce me to what banter is. So I'm trying to get there.
So it was gloving against GB. Ågård is really close from the goal, but
yeah, we can't quite see all the players down from both teams, and this looks like it's going to be awarded as a goal.
Let's see what I say.
Referee's timeout. So I think it's going to. The question's going to be here that they're going to be talking like, do you think the put-in was legal? If you think the put-in was legal, then it's a goal. And what they might be saying is, well, I've not seen it go in, but I've seen this, and this happening. And what's the appropriate call to do? It's going to be really interesting to see if anyone goes over to Rob and tells him he needs to make a decision quicker.
Okay, so no goal. Good for GB. And free puck for GB Master at 5 meters. Colombian's player asking for explanation to the ref. They're not really agree about that. Yeah, that's good, guys. Down at the bottom, no waiting.
Yeah, I'm not denying, Abby, that I used to play for Manchester. I had a lot of good years there. We finished 6th in the Nautilus. We went up to National Division 1 a few times, and I've sat in that chair myself. I'm not afraid to say that I was very reputable when I was at Manchester, and I also used to sit in the chair occasionally. Mine were more unsportsmanlike conduct things. I remember hitting Shelby Stevenson of Batley in the face off an advantage puck, getting about 5 minutes. Fletcher sent me out for that. Graham Fletcher of all people.
Okay, I hope you were not happy about this. Should have a shame.
No, and then there was one really bad one. Andrew Stilwell was really upset with me when I did a bit of gamesmanship. I've tried to remove that from my game.
Anyway, let's go back to. And now it's a number 6. It's Captain COL who's going to the bin. So another Wycombe player. So now it's battling between Manchester and West Wycombe.
Yeah, somebody get a good picture so we can talk about Captain COL. Yes, Carlos, I am here. How are you, my friend? At least this game is less controversial than the football that we spoke about.
And another call. Looks like there's quite a lot of call at the moment. And from number 11, Black. No, 11 1. And this time is the Yorkshire, who's represented by.
So, see, Yorkshire going out now, Matthew Dawson.
It's not Tom Pitchford, but
Hayden is also used to that seat just as much as Tom. So if you're going to start bringing Yorkshire into it, Yorkshire are just as bad. There's just less Yorkshire players. Oh, there's as many Yorkshire players in the pool.
And the number 11, Juan Antonio Mesa Mendieta as well, is going out. So it's going to be interesting to be 5 against 4. Let's see what the GB Master is going to do. I hope they won't thinking about an A attack and going into the wall for defense.
Very good comment there, Vicky Adams. Like father, like son for Hayden and Tom Pitchforth.
Exactly, yeah. And now we have Richard Adams. Hold on a second.
Yeah, let's stand up for a little bit. My legs are aching, even though I'm sat down. So let's see what's happening here.
Sorry, it's just a black timeout, and Richard Adams has been sat on the side, but absolutely not in the bin.
Yeah, so sitting in the bin, we have number 11 for Great Britain, Hayden Pitchforth, number 6 for Great Britain, Captain COL, and number 11 for Colombia, Juan Antonio Mesa Mendieta. And now we have a 5-on-4 hockey game. With Great Britain with the advantage here.
So let's see what's going to say. And we're going to do, I mean.
So I think my task for tonight, as we see out the end of this game, I have to go on Facebook and I need to get, YouTube, and I need to find a shot of Tom Pitchforth in the penalty bin and a shot of Hayden in the penalty bin and add Vicky's comment of like father like son to one of those and put that on the GB page.
Nice move from Tom. Even at 4, incredible Tom now.
Yeah, this is a good looking drive by GB. Oh, what a nice nice tackle there. Very clean by number 2 of Colombia. Luis Guillermo Vanges Munoz.
Yeah, full on Phil Thompson for once, not the opposite way. Yeah, that's the... What? Absolutely not fair.
His reputation precedes him.
And now it's targeting by the ref clearly. So just 1 minute, well, less than a minute left in that game. And good catch from Colombia. We'll try to lead the puck into the GB goal.
Stoppage here on 40 seconds.
Against Colombia that time. 38 seconds on the second half. And Hayden Pitchford and Juan Antonio are ready to get into the pool. So that's going to be 6 against 5 now. Sorry, 5 against 5 because another Colombian has been seated out, Javier Ignacio.
So Captain Carl's still sat there, and as you say, Javier Ignacio, who's still out there as we have a stoppage on 30 seconds, and the game slowly coming to a close here. And as much as it was not under-reffed earlier in the game,
10. No, sorry. Number 7 again? No, sorry.
Is it number 2?
I'm not sure. No, it's not number 2.
No,
number
it looks like it's
Phil
number
Thompson
7. It's
again.
Phil Thompson. Three times in one game by Phil Thompson.
Oh, that's a pretty bad stick infringement.
They've given it as Al Hickey, but it's definitely Phil Thompson.
Well, 7 seconds left for the moment.
Big flicks by the Colombians here.
That's not the greatest
and
game,
that will
not
be,
the game we'll remember, but that's the end of the game. Great Britain Masters win against Colombia 2-0. Well, thanks for the people who are looking on the YouTube channel and keep chatting with us. Thanks, Lewis, for the commentator.
No, that was good. We've had a couple of good days, and it's good to know that when we commentate together, the Masters will win. So good luck getting back in the pool and playing for GB Masters, Vincent. But seems to have a good thing going here. I'm gonna see. Yeah, I might see. There's a fair bit of time. Let's have a look at the clock. There's about 5 minutes until the next game, so I might go out and I might speak to a couple of the GB Masters players and see if I stand without it being on the back of my head. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. I'll get a screen grab later. Thank you, Bill. So I'm gonna go see which Masters player I want to talk to. I might as well just do Phil Thompson. I might get Phil Thompson and Captain Carl for the brilliant defensive work alongside the being sat in the sin bin. So I'm going to go get that set up now. So that's the last commentary position from me. Thank you very much, Vincent, again. And I think I will see you, or you'll hear me some point tomorrow. Thank you very much. Night-night.